Alright, rail fans, welcome back to another episode of Fallen Flags America. I'm your host, L&M Productions, and today we will be discussing the rare EMD GP38AC locomotive. Originally launched between February of 1970 and December of 1971 by GM's Electromotive division, it was essentially an AC traction version of the already successful EMD GP38 locomotive. There were 261 models of this 261 types of 200 examples of this model built for railroads in North America. Among these being the Canadian Pacific, Detroit, Toledo, and Ironton Railroad, or DT&I, the Grand Trunk Western, the Gulf Mobile and Ohio Railroad, the Illinois Central Railroad, the Lehigh Valley Railroad, the Louisville and Nashville Railroad, as seen here, the Norfolk and Western Railroad, the St. Louis San Francisco Railroad, or the Frisco, the Southern, Power Pacific, and Light, among others. Many were later upgraded to GP38-2s. So, we go down to original buyers. There were 21 built for the Canadian Pacific, numbered originally 3000 to 3020. There were 14 built for the Detroit, Toledo, and Ironton Railroad, numbered 210 to 217. These later were renumbered to 208 to 217 when they were merged with the they were later renumbered to Grand Trunk Western 6207 to 6214 after the merger. The Grand Trunk Western had 12 built, 5800 to 5811. The Gulf Mobile and Ohio Railroad had 13, 721 to 733. These became Illinois Central Gulf 9540 to 9552. The Illinois Central had 20, 9500 to 9519. The Lehigh Valley had 4 of these built, numbered 310 to 313. These would become Conrail 1756 to 1759, and then Norfolk Southern 2881 to 2885. These will later be rebuilt to remote control slug locomotives in 2007. The Louisville and Nashville have 30 built, number 4020 to 4049. These became Seaboard System 6241 to 6270, and then CSX with the same numbers. The Norfolk and Western have the largest order, 60 locomotives, 4100 to 4159. They went to Norfolk Southern with the same numbers. The fate of most of those as they were scrapped. The Pacific Power and Light Company have 1 locomotive built, number 11. It is unknown what happened to that engine. The Southern Railway had 56 built, numbers 2823 to 2878. These became Norfolk Southern with the same numbers. Most were scrapped, although some did survive and were rebuilt as GP38-2s. The St. Louis San Francisco Railway had the final order of 30, numbers 633 to 662. 651, which was one of these units, was wrecked. The remaining 29 went to the Burlington Northern as 2110 to 2138 and later to BNSF. Some were built to GP38-3Rs or GP39-3s. I'm sorry, I meant to say GP38-3Rs and GP39-3s. Preservation. Only one of these, as of June 2020, has been preserved, with this one being BNSF 2127, built originally as Frisco 650 in February of 1971, has been donated to the Galveston Railroad Museum of Galveston, Texas. The locomotive is currently painted in BN green, still with BNSF patches. As of now, it has no intention to repaint nor restore the unit in the coming years. that has been our episode of GP38AC. In the next episode, we will discuss the General Electric Dash 8 series. Hopefully you all enjoyed this episode of Fallen Flags from America. And until next time, until we meet again somewhere out there in the high iron, this is L&M Productions, out.